Third mapper, JDG versus DRG going all the way. Apparently this is J-Kuro's first ever game on Brim, according to the casters. I don't know how accurate that is though. And both teams running similar comps. It's just the Gecko versus the Cypher. And it's the Cypher of DRG attacking first. The wall is a little bit askew, I've just noticed. And so what, Sky's over on B long, that's fine. You got the Gecko over here. Sort of a typical setup. You're probably going to have the Viper fighting for Hookah a lot more. Martin doesn't have a poison cloud, has half armor and a snake bite. Xion is trying to clear it as much as they possibly can, but there's some support here. There's a Sky Flash, so you could maybe Sky Flash to try and clear this properly, but right now both teams are holding each other at a stalemate. DRG trying to take a little bit more space. That's when Martin decides to hop down and take the fight, but he doesn't really have the support there from Viva, and Viva not really hitting the shots. But they've gone for the TP. Viva needs to try and get off site if they can, or fully dedicate. Kinda does both. They should expect that he's in the tube. Xion's actually done good to get 2 kills before traded by J-Kuro. Yeah, maybe Martin gets run over a little bit there. J-Kuro nobly likes kill. I don't know how he got it. Gecko clearing Hookah. They got Stew. There's one flash left for Nick, but it's not really in a good position to use it. 2v3. Oh, he actually gets TZH. Really unlucky to actually not get that final kill. But the stun has actually hit him. But he's 20 HP. And he hasn't got the wingman to go for the defuse either. Doesn't quite know where Luke is. Now he knows. Can't really do too much about it. Another like close pistol that DRG ended up winning. And Escort Yeoman, and they played ISO on split? Really? I didn't realize it was a Yeoman call. So he literally put his like job on the line for it too. Yeah, very interesting. JDG not buying up much. Just a Sheriff for J-Kuro and for Stew. 3 players pushing down short. Raven sent Teats to split VOD. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see more like of the new agents being played. Caught Stew, just pushing here. And this is good for DRG to just sort of take all of this space. I don't know how Martin got that kill in the end. Snake bite onto Xion is good. Just firing a little bit. Some good damage done to Vukashu as well, actually. But they've gone for the TP and gone over towards A. They have just completely isolated Vukashu, but it's fine because he only has a ghost. So he can buy so much time. I think JDG are like, let's just try and clear them, get them a gun upgrade. But Martin going down pretty much in the same exact position that he went down in the pistol is just let Vukashu out. So he's just bought so much time. Right into his scope. Even crouched down into the headshot. Like, YH needs to make sure that they die to the spike. Just dying full stop would be nice. Which kind of team do you think is the best kit? Like the best jersey? I like Belly Billies. To be fair, DRG's like the black and green is quite nice.
好干净的瞄准，而且就一颗子弹。
If you're a fan of red, you've got a lot of options for China, but I'm not too much really. Wolves also has really nice jersey too.
我看数果然把枪捡了回来，因为唐哲浩是只花了1600。
Alright, so full buy for JDG. Half armor in a couple of instances. Even missing some bits of kit. There's no boombot. There's no heal.
尝试跟你对枪，监控打掉之后。
Alright, breaking Vukash's camera. Is there a play around actually like crunching on this? Because you're putting the pressure into here. You've got the Viper wall.
那他就
打头啊，是吧？而 B 点这边同样有。
It really feels like DRG are trying to bait people to go in for the TP, because then you got the Viper that can follow afterwards. And like you got a trip here. A DRG are really trying to bait out some sort of like TP crunch. Nice idea. Skydog clearing this. Does see the Viper. The Poison Cloud gives him a bit of a window for, who is it, Xion to get out.
有一种静音跳看的方法，就是你直接蹲下来，然后再跳看，你落下来是没声音的。
这比较可以在
So you get the first kill onto the loop.
然后比较好用，看2楼。
So far this has been dealt with for JDG, but it's mostly just not falling into the traps. I don't know why you'd repeat that as J Kuro. Like, you've got the better gun.
没有打过，他甚至是没有打到。但是我看
Alright, Vukashi's caught. Stu has to satchel out, has to give up this gun. Anybody really getting an upgrade from it? Yeah, Nick would. Oh, and Xion has lurked all this way. Martin needs to not die here again if they can help it, because good lord, you're just giving them this B site.
打一个闪，来正面拿标配，一枪双切又破点了。
Xion has found so much.
太夸张了吧！
这真的，我刚刚看到有一个观众举的那块牌子，很喜欢那句话啊，而且尼克还能把血量抬满3打1，这可是DRG的枪械劣势局。
这可是京东的奖励局啊！
Right, Martin is just getting straight bullied over here.
了一个尼克，因为尼克他想要去捡长枪嘛，这把枪还不够长。 和对手磕了一下头皮位，再以最稳健的方式，我们注意一下，最稳健的唐哲浩是已经回到了 B 场，马上和对面马上。The
attack side though for DRG looks so much better than it did at kickoff.
跟之前相比的话，减少了很多的冲动。
But I mean, the main difference is just Xion actually finding so much of that space.
怎么稳稳的拿住每一分，直接。
Wow, even the wide peak wins it.
打啦
！Oh God's sake.
尼克打得非常漂亮，
是
too easy.
而且 DRG
You were dealing with everything else so well, but just J Kuro just peeking alone on short.
气氛、心态整体都非常非常好。这里我2发头，
打中了1枪，但是非常可惜，这2枪头你是必死的。又是一个右键，再拉。
Oh wow, and even like Stu just doesn't really read whereabouts they are.
想出来补枪没有能够。
I'm not surprised that this timeout came as early as it did.
叫出了自己的战术暂停。
You need some other way to be fighting for hookah because you're just losing it. White Chen trying not to bear challenge. I think it's more, yeah. I mean, the last couple have been all Martin, it feels like. Now you got to provide a bit more like resistance, I suppose, over on the B site. Can't just be giving them like hookah.
打法在目前看起来比较少看到，因为大部分人控制住 B 场之后，你可以快速的从浴室转到 A 点里面，这是人多做的事情。但是他单人打边线，还能完成击杀，帮助 A 点人数比较多的。
At least he frags Pub Bear. Catching strays after multiple hours of not playing. Yeah, Val Analysis isn't on JDG anymore. We don't know that much about it really, just that he's not there at all.
主要要看2楼这边，京东一这边也可以随时买一把霰弹枪在这里啊。小黑屋跟2楼都是。
Bleed a 10-2 up again. I mean, that's a pretty good result actually.
回来之后，英雄数位在 Stu 手里。
这把起数位下把是能够，他还下把是能够起一个小甲的数位，同样能起小甲数位，而且甚至是说能够带一些技能。
卢克是莽侠加狂徒啊。 2把枪械在手里，那这一分 DRG 前期的节奏势必是打回去比较慢的。
想让莽侠发挥一下。
Zest is like 20 and 5. Hell yeah.
DRG 好像有预判到
He ain't losing to like some of the other players.
防前压。
因为之前
这颗烟，
其实前3分京东的 B 场守度都不好，所以对手一直转点，他的回防有点打不了。 他们是守住 B 场，哪怕对手从2楼跳，他也是能够放点打回防的。
说真的，这颗烟的意图
I'm glad that you're keeping me updated on the score though, because I don't want to fall into despair with this, because JDG are on another eco. And they actually they've swapped the Viper around with the Brim, which I'm a fan of. And then Stu's here to help a bit more.
可能是个勾打，但是尼克现在用技能也没有关系，最后进点的时候自己手里还有追猎之灵。
但我们发现一点啊，就是京东他把所有的烟几乎全部放在了 B 点 ，A 点是没什么烟的，他除了这个烟球，现在这个浴室沃卡数是没有任何阻拦的。 而且我们注意一下，斯杜现在已经压出来了，他现在已经知道了 B 外没人，直接转。
唐哲浩有3颗烟啊，这3个
Outlaw against Eco.
持续的时间又长，覆盖能力又
Chyon
强。
just nom nom nom.
拿过来。
Oh, Martin. Oh, how have you survived that? Oh, and you're gonna go repeat it, and of course that's when you kill him. You might have got a bit greedy trying to get the gun, but you have a nice. Oh, okay, never mind. Fucking, I'm just gonna shut up, Martin. You do you.
唐哲浩虽然打掉了一个人，但是9K立马补枪。皮蛋，哇，这个皮蛋打掉了。对吧？又用自己的一个风刺打。
Yeah, this was clearly what they spoke about in the timeout.
3面都有人，3箱有。
This is a very winnable 1 versus 3 though, because the weapons are not good, and the way that JDG can't necessarily fight with each other. One at a time, one after the other. Stu, oh, he's 11 HP. All right, nice Stu. Time? Is it good? It's fine. 30 HP though. Nice attempt. Nice attempt from Vukashu. Give him his roses.
而且因为这枪是掉在前点，对手可以捡。
May just got an ace.
又打了一个。
这个位置确实有一些不小心，而且刚才其实对于陆克来说，手里还有踩雷飞剑在的。
对。
给到技能压制对方，只要。
I hope people are going into Sliggy's chat and updating him with what's happening here.
是一个好的选择。
给大家说一下，卢克他。
Why is DRG up 3-0 already? This, in short, they were holding the Viper here, and in some, like every single round, either they just went here straight away, or the Lurk found this space, found the B site. All of these A attackers went for the TP, B plant. So now they've swapped the Viper over with the Brimstone.
就是我先给个空投烟幕，我给个空投烟幕。如果你要来的话，我天际光束可以。
And you also have Stu moved over here, which might feel a little bit too much. I think making one of these changes, either swapping these two, that's fine, or keeping them the same and moving Stu over to help, that's also fine. Doing both. DRG get a good read of it. They'll just start doing this, right? Not that I think Martin's a player that you can necessarily bully. Viper's been here before and it got cleared out last time by Viva's dog, but Viva doesn't have a dog this time. Yeah, I mean, this is just it. Martin maybe just feeling a little bit more comfortable to play for here. You got an orbital strike as well that's going to stall us out, which wasn't really based off of anything. Viva's here is just a bit more prepared. Yeah, going for the TP, they're just running all the way around. Okay, Martin, yeah, he's just like, yeah, I prefer to play short. Yeah, this is where I want to be now. And also, I guess, like, fighting for this, if they do try to, like, pressure you out of hookah, you can just molly it. J-Kura doesn't have a molly at the moment, but what he does have is good aim. I said, what J-Kura has is good aim. He just full-on baited Stu. YH Chen literally stood to the side, let Stu come through, open the door, Stu dies, and then he peeks off of it. Literally just throw him under the bus, why don't you?
对于 DRG 来讲，其实有终极技能储备了很久，比如说 Nick 的追雷之灵，但是迟迟没有使用的空间。
他总是赶不到起跑线上。 在起跑线之前，对手就会把他赶走。
对，而且在前期的默认上面，其实骗色的技能很有。
This one as well from Viva. It seems simple enough, but hard to nail. Who are we rooting for? I like both these teams, but I want JDG to do well. JDG for Shanghai would be cool. Also, another really early timeout from DRG this time. 2 new head coaches for both these teams. No assistant coaches to help them. Trying to get the upper hand as much as possible. So now I imagine this is DRG's call to be like, okay, they've swapped the Brimstone over towards B, the Viper's on A, and Stu is also on B now too. So now I think if JDG is smart, they'll swap them back. Or maybe you keep the Viper on A and then you keep the Rays over on A too. So what's the defensive setup? Actually, they're going to put both of them on A, and then it's just Sky Rays. They have a Viper's Pit. So are they going to Viper's Pit on... Yeah, oh, I see what they're doing. They're going to Viper's Pit short. They've put the one-way Poison Cloud here.
但说真的
And J.K. is in a position where he's somewhat nearby to just help fight this if it's a fast execute. Which, yeah, he should be coming back now. Instant help. It's traded, though. White Chain is kind of in no man's land.
自己血量实在太低了，这个时候给过去了吗？追猎之林来找到
Yeah,
人，
really quick support.
再跳过来。
Nice from J.K. Good flash. Oh my god.
白的人
Looking testing the brightness on my monitor with these
剩
rounds.
一个人了，尼克
Really good read though from JDG.
没有终极技能，他只有一把枪，要一个人打3个。这分身是最简单的，这3个人，京东只要抱团就行。他只要抱
Is
团。
it possible for JDG to make Shanghai at this point? Yeah, like for their group, I think.
手里还有一个引路之损。
All game has been inconsistent. Tech have been inconsistent.
一的可能性。
Hilo haven't picked up a win.
看闯关，第一关受到重创，然后第2关
No more peeking. One at a time. There's still 40 seconds.
保守撤退。
They'll give
对于
Nick
尼克来说，这种血
an
量的话
opportunity to do anything if you can help
队
it.
友也就是0块
That'd be
钱，
nice.
自己550块，对方2个人就还有终极技能，但是来到了决胜局，这一场比赛，
Yeah, play
我
together.
想操作一下20秒。
I mean, at this point, it's more worthwhile, I think, for Nick to save the gun than to try and make something happen here.
就想操作一下。
对，但是现在安装爆能器的时
But
间
he's
也没有
going
多
for
少
it
他是要看
anyway.
客户时间去下包还
It's
是
a high low.
要来找个机会，
那
听到脚步
不划算
了，听到脚步了，哎，但是多只要一
Stu
枪就
just
行
as he's running along still
那这
checks
样
it.
又没有能够保
Yeah,
持
Trace and
双线
FPX are in a
又
good spot.
拿到一些团队的
But also, it depends on
还是
how
有亏的
Group Alpha does.
这份人换人换的太快了。
Because if we see like Nova not do that great, Billy not do that great, DRG not do that great, one more slot would go over towards the Omega group.
有嗨爆全场，有燃烧榴弹，
对
很难过战场还
I
是
don't know if it's more than 2 wins or 2 wins or
这
more
个地板上是真有岩浆，说上其他是真躺。
that teams need to get.
翻过来，
'Cause if you're in a playoff position and you only have 2 wins, the spot goes to the other
一个人摸了
group.
一边，这边一个4臂前推，听到声音了，其实 A 点可以打，A 点可以直接来打，但是
Trace looked really sloppy though versus Nova. I think that's more Nova
也
like
不让提
being a
速。
problematic
马丁在
team.
非常求活的一个位置，而且他的独木给的方向就是防着你提速 A 点，我打回防用的。
对，那现在有点难受了呀，这有点进不去，对于第2届来说。
But like JDG could be Billy
再
next week.
回来，去反清一下自己家。
You can obviously beat DRG here and then Wolves too.
要清的位置非常多，小黑屋没人，再扑出去。那现在又可以回到一个3A 防守了，对手烟直接开穿，有没有倒霉蛋
And I mean, if this goes well for JDG, if they end up actually winning this series, that's a lot of confidence to take into next week.
这一回合可能
Anyhow, this is an eco
但是
that was trying to plant, but he gets thrown off.
直接换一个
Going to try and plant again.
小黑屋，陆克说从哪里接
So
到
much space given up from JDG here. They've barely cleared metal.
看一下
They got a Seekers and a
如果有
Showstopper.
人他会
But they're also maybe scared of Luke's Showstopper being used on the other side.
底子位是
Seekers used, the Showstopper's going to follow, Viva goes down, Bukasha gets traded by the ult.
与自己的
If TZH gets a kill, he has Orbital Strike, and Luke is still alive with his Showstopper.
真要打，其实差一半了。
但是是个
It
皮蛋，
missed, they got off of it, and then they killed him
但
anyway.
是这个蛋
And then the
没关系拆了一半
molly...
呀再拉出来。
Did the molly
打得
hit?
好，虽然打掉对手，但是这一分又被补了。
They stick it anyway.
对于 DRG 来说，后续的一些终极技能的付出是不太赚的，自己的人数太劣势了，而且对方有盖克的情况下，皮蛋去拆是最稳的一个打法。
对，皮蛋拆，然后吸引你的注意力。皮蛋既可以作为一个拆。
Yeah, I think the chances of Yihao and Valanalysis coming back is incredibly slim.
交出了很大的
Even if DRG win this series, I think it's been a much more improved way of JDG playing. They don't look completely out of their depth against weird
他
comps.
们已经想要说稳扎稳打。
Like the calling's better, but also the firepower's better. That you can have series where Stu just isn't doing particularly well, but when J. Kuro's farming, Martin's looking better, Viva's just Mr. Consistent.
这一分其实，在唐哲浩有天机光束的情况下，
Right, full buys, you got Viper's Pit, you got an Orbital Strike, you got Neural Theft.
对。
None of those really help you get onto the site other than Orbital
也想好了，
Strike.
如果你
I
想
was
要
going to say
过
Orbital
你想要过
Theft.
来放天机光束，
Just
我直接
mixing
说
two
上
ultimates
好
together. That's where it gets information of where you are, and then Orbital Strikes where you're
长
stood.
1分了，这么多终极技能，
J. Kuro 其实手里只有一个烟了，在
Lead one,
出
nice.
了2个空投烟。
I'm happy for them.
对。
It's a good win over DFM too. It's not
会交的
not one that you can sort of ignore.
帮助京东通过前压拿信息。在这一波的前期默认上面，我觉得 DRG 是相对来说比较赚的。
对， DRG 是赚了很多的一些技能，哇，再拉过来，身后晃得有点大，被尼克打掉。
Combining Bryn Harbor and Siphon Model. That'd just be mean, wouldn't it?
最后一颗空投烟幕也交了，对于 DRG 来说
5v4
其实也行。
DRG
看一下他们
taking out White Chin early. Skydog pushing this.
先踢小黑屋，然后再抛一个。
They're basically trying not to go where Giacuro's going, which I fully understand.
踩雷飞剑给过去，先把你的人给逼退。
It's not like Martin's just being easy here. Orb to strike used in backside.
又是各种各样的
Good snake bite, but it's not quite stopping some of these peaks. The nade, I think it was an attack nade even. Right, nice clearance from Stu. Viper's Pit's going to be used for short. You got the Brim putting up pressure here, but now rotating all the way around because he has Molly.
小黑屋抢不下来，京东就只能去看浴室了。马丁已经想要去清浴室，但是唐志豪再一个扔。
Oh, Xion actually gets body shot there, though. There goes the Viper's Pit, and everybody's out in the open. It's just a duel. Last one alive is just a Brim. And the Molly also misses. What is it with players today missing their Mollies? It was bunt earlier, wasn't it? It's the same miss as well. Both series, we've seen that Molly being missed. It's either missed or it got body blocked, but I think it missed. No, it did. No, look, the sky. Viva boops it on the head, puts it off, and are able to defuse. I wonder if the last one was like a body block then. Viva just coming in, clearing it.
太关键了，要不然的话时间可能会被拖够。
Sliggy raid incoming. Oh, I'll brace it. I'll also hold on to I'll hold on to the audience as much as I can for Polaris. I'm casting that in like 2 hours.
他不是 fake 了，2楼和 B 场都来了。
有双重闪，可能是一个双重闪。准备，锤面。
Right, good flash. Xion clears him. Clears it back. Thank you, Sliggy. I hope you had a good day watching the two best teams in Pacific battling it out. And then also Genji and DRX.
自己是没有吃到这个海豹全场的，可以捡包再下包。
队友已经帮他架住了 elbow 和重生点2个方向可能来的敌人。
You've caught a good time. This is actually a crazy series. So much has changed. All of you like Rare Atom fans, everything has changed. The coach, Val Analysis, is gone. He's been evicted. He's out of the building. They've brought J Kuro back. He was the IGL before, then they dropped him, brought in White Chen. J Kuro's back in place of Yihao.
个人能力。
有人在直架他，我先打了一个，他先打对付卡数，知道人。
And like J Kuro's actually been destroying. Why is Yihao out? So there was there's a really good video that EDG did, like a comms video, but it's got English translation, where they're effectively saying when EDG played JDG, let's go find Yihao and bully him. Yeah, that was literally their game plan. So I think when you have a controller player that isn't IGLing, they need to be like putting up tens numbers, right? Yeah, J Kuro has been crazy good today. Like Stu's been really quiet. Like Martin, J Kuro, like this is the best like team performance I think we've seen.
DRG 封刺大队4把封刺在手里。
Wyatt Chen is still IGL and J Kuro's just it's first ever time he's played Brim by the way as well. Is Val Analysis actually gone? Wikipedia still has him. Yeah, I mean, just because most people don't know. We'll know at the end of this series, like press conference should tell us, but yeah. He's seemingly gone. Alright, Stu gets a couple, gets traded. You have left a gun on the ground for them to pick up, right? Chyon. Yeah, he's got it. Where's J Kuro in Rare Atom? No, he's on top esports. Saints' favorite team. EA is back. Sounded like they played pretty well. Sounded like the first series as well was really fun too. Who's the new coach for JDG? Somebody called Bilyo.
在等人，有人要过赛博囚笼了，但是这个赛博囚笼上面是镂空的。左右
Xion just Pink Panther sneaking in, tries to get the player on hookah, but White Shen's watching it. Wingman providing zero help.
皮蛋的一个眩晕范围只有
Is Bill your Chinese? I think so.
但是还有个嗨爆，全场站位被
Alright,
受到了限制。
7-3.
这一回合，京东还是牢牢
Bill,
地
your
打住了
like your best bet is to check VLR. I don't know.
开局已经追到了
This has been a whirlwind. It's been super hard to like keep up with everything today.
每个人现在都有发挥，而且 Store 也是愿意在这么危险
It
的
was the
情况下
JDG coach before Val analysis, John.
对
Interesting.
他非常希望对方来 B 场跟他对枪的，因为这个距离他也知道自己是绝对的优势。
而且
They had their chair, but nobody was in it, so it was 3 minutes before the game. I mean, it was. This is the second series today, and in the first series there was 2 people sat there. So I guess it just makes sense to just leave the chair there from the first series,
这一分是长枪局，
unless they left it there for dramatic effect. It's just an empty chair. But DRG are the same. It used to be
单摸的位置。
NT that was the coach. Now it's Yu Chen, who used to be a player on DRG, then he became the assistant coach, and now he's the head coach.
哎，一看有3
So
个，
it's a really interesting series because you've got 2 new head coaches for these teams calling crazy quick
打
timeouts,
闪，
doing their best destroyer impressions, and it's just
咬人，
sort of not working.
咬到，但是卢克他血量有点低，现在需要救护车。
但是 B 大的人被打掉了 ，DRG 的进攻又受阻了。不卡手藏在了
China's
这个
perma shuffling. I mean, yeah, like this is like a very good playoff game for whoever wins it
他
too.
现在要等一等。如果 B 点能造成击杀的话，就可能会有人做传送器过来支援，就要看剩下的队友能不能帮助他。
5v4 though.
那没事了。
对，而且就单跳的话，
I think Viva needs to leave for the TP.
直接走了，
米法走了，
因为点的已经补人了，再给一个舌吻，防止对手提速。现在这一个。
Showstopper was used in hookah against TCH. Orbital strike, Nick sprays through it. Okay, fine.
但是传送器有人混了
Now
进来
DRG at this point, like they look super
快不到
uncomfortable.
位所以卢克一直在架
They're so like paranoid, and I mean, especially when you've got like, you know, that somebody's come through hookah. Now you know that 2 people have.
三个人打得很
They still haven't planted.
12秒钟，这爆能器确实可以成功的安装下来。
Luke trying to be as threatening as possible. Still as a boom bot, but like, where on earth do you use it? Like, try to use it for CT maybe. Double peek for that. That's good.
被包围了。
I mean, you could just feel the pressure building for DRG here, just holding on. Like the fact that this is, I was going to say rare atom. I was like, this is a rare atom round. It's not. It's JDG. Rare atom.
3个方向的同时回防，让 DRG 确实很难招架。
We're back. You close your eyes. It's what, like November of 2023.
持续拿分，8比3了。而且刚刚那一分，其实对于 DRG
But just at like how much they were willing to like use the pressure, get timing, good positions. DRG looked uncomfortable every step of the way there.
虽然有标定，
And then, you know, because of all of that pressure that's built up, J. Kuro can kind of just walk out and get 2 easy kills.
MVP 的 J.Crow 在职业生涯首次拿到炼狱这个英雄，但是他今天主要还是用枪说话。
I never watched Rare Atom. Where would they be in a 1 to 12 list of China? Number 2.
而对手是在高点架了一个狙的，他们只有一个信息，这份
Like they ended the year at number
对，
2
当京东有
before
领先优势的情况
Ascension.
下，你会发现他们的防守阵型一直在做变化，而且马丁的独木也摆出了很多种造型，每一回合 DRG， 所以不敢提速的原因就是因为他不太确定对方到底几
Because
个
they
人守
beat
在这个位置。
Trace.
我调看到了马丁的位置，知道
Second only to Wolverhampton Wolves. Yeah.
这是一个从 A 小通
Because
过传
that's
送器连到
also
B
their
2楼
name.
和 B 城的独木。
All through shot. Just a small adjustment that JDG made. They were getting farmed in hookah. They moved the Brimstone over there, moved the Viper here.
找人翻过来，但是这玩意火。
Seekers to try and come in. It's again putting off the plant so much for DRG that they just can't get good post-plant positions. All of the smokes are dropped, all of this is delayed, and now DRG need to plant on A without having any smokes to work with from TZH. Skydog to get some more information. All it's doing is just buying so much time. Vukashu at least making useful for him.
能用皮蛋这给打掉了。
And yeah, Stu just couldn't necessarily get on the best angles.
对于进攻方来说有机会，而且后面还有半线，这个半线一打掉就知道后面有人了。
J.Crow 已经被半线所限制住了，打掉了是个名牌的绕后。
那现在知道点内有一个，后面有一个双击。
Trying to clear the
那现在就是
like Viper, Brim, any lineups. Alright, good into the half at least for DRG.
终于是在上半场的最后一分拿到了自己的第4分。
这一分 DRG 也是通过玩烟火的这种震慑的效果，让你点内不敢站人，从而通过判官控制了小黑屋。 给到队友一个比较不错的安装爆能器的机会，尤其是这种踩着蛇纹想要出来打掉安装爆能器的人，但唐哲豪的架枪也没有问题。
8 is good on defensive side.
你要先打掉我，才能打掉我的这个爆能器。
Yeah, I mean, one of the main problems for JDG has been attack sides on all of their maps, honestly. Mostly because they're just mid-round win wasn't very good, they'd leave it super late, and then they tried to execute and go from there. Like for them, it wasn't a good way of being. We'll just open this up and get this set up.
这个表情其实除了零之外，还有一个战术小
we
熊
got a
有一
second?
个小熊摊手。
这个表情模仿起来还是比较容易的。
对。
I'll just be at
那
this.
对于上半场的DRG来说，这个表情也非常的适用，就是好像确实没有想到更好的一些进攻的办法了。
3比0，4比8，咋回事？ 而零这个英雄，其实在背景故事里
Also, if you want to catch the VODs of this, it is going to be on Sliggy's like VOD channel.
确实，在进攻
Because that's what I do when Pacific is on. I'll watch China
作为魁蛇的
and Sliggy watch Pacific.
并没有取得
China has been looking really good recently. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this has been a really good series from DRG.
双烟2.5烟，然后再加上有少尉的这一套体系，他的防守会
Because I think DRG losing to All Gamers in the first week
的一些技能也非常多，
like left a lot to be desired. All Gamers then end up losing to
对
Wolves,
方的半线。
and then All Gamers beat Billy Billy. So really
手
topsy-turvy.
感也是越打越好。
Yeah, JDG looking a lot better.
他现在也是基本上杰锋加雷兹都要
It's nice to see them smile, as bleak as that sounds.
现在从击杀数来看的话，
Nick isn't as consistent. I don't know. I think for an IGL, Nick has sort of been second, third when it comes to kills. Been winning a couple of clutches, getting a lot of multi-kills too.
双的选手，
双方现在各胜一个暂停。如果DRG赢下首枪局的话，他的比分
I think really it's just how you make this call work.
要选择在长枪
And then also giving Vukashu and Luke freedom to
被发现了。
make plays.
看到了浴室这边有很多人啊，其实抢占浴室是进攻 A 点的
The most inconsistent player for DRG is
也
Luke.
没有办法转移。你要绕到 B 点去，就要跑很长的距离。知道你浴室是放空
Right, so you
的
got a。camera all the way back here in heaven. Tried to go across here.
对于京东来说的话，
And
可
then
能
the
还是会
Fnatic
打得比
Viper
较偏
wall.
慢一些，而且佛卡数的位置他们是需要去找的。
对，
他们看看什么时候会发现零的位置是在 A 点，
毗邻之后
在 J-Core 这个位置可能能听
Sky
到一
Dog
些监控
come
的声音。
through, gets information.
把自己的所有技能全部交
You
掉。
don't really have the Slifer utility to like protect yourself from any form of like
开始在 BY 的这个人应该
crunching.
信息，现在准备做2波来打。2楼先给动静，
BLG lost to All Gamers. Yeah, I mean All Gamers absolutely annihilated them.
而进攻方也是非常的有
On Lotus as well, where Billy Billy hadn't lost.
这一套 DRG 也非常熟悉嘛，2楼，然后让 A 小的队友。
Yeah, Luke needs Obi-Wan to guide him. Are you casting this season? In EMEA, no. The only thing I'm casting is Polaris, so tier 2.
走了出来，
不太敢追。
皮蛋下包，
But in like main VCT, no, I've not been contacted for any work.
关掉了，
So
人多就行。
I'm doing this. Don't see the Boombot kill an awful lot.
爆了，
Viva getting 2 just in the smoke.
爆，
Still need to plant.
打
Oh,
过来，博卡楚
there goes Vukashu, who pretty much puts his mouth over Viva's ghost barrel.
这分太关键了，守护住了 A 区。
是的。
He's a bit nervous though. DRG won both the pistols on this
我
map.
觉得两边其实在自己的半场都做得非
So
常
it's
漂
a
亮，
little bit
大概率
like
都是在火车头这个位置去打的。
a little bit
就
iffy.
包车这个位置通常还会有一个障云嘛，你踩在障云里面，那花车巡游一过去，花车巡游可痛了，哎，蹦，
Viva was on a ghost. He wasn't on a classic.
再来一颗。
Oh no, he was on a classic there, and then he picked up a ghost before.
毕竟鬼魅同样也是一把
Oh, there we go.
的枪械。Viva 虽然
It's a
占据着
prime
上风，但是队
skin.
友爆能器没有办法
Somebody's
抢下来
tracking all of the classics being used by China
博
pros.
卡楚也是非常
We
自信
finally get our
爆
answer.
对手血少，
It was the prime like orange, like
出去
tango fruit
但是
blast
对手
colored
是一
one.
个四浴室，虽然他的枪不错，但是架不住对面就是有补枪。
No team skins yet. Hopefully it won't be too long. We've seen some of them get leaked,
尼克刚好错过了，
but the quality of the pictures isn't great to really get a good understanding of how good they look. And also, we've seen that even from the pictures of the classic skins that come out for EMEA Americas and
给
stuff,
一个必长的闪，
sometimes the pictures looked atrocious, but actually in game, the classics didn't look too bad.
对于京东来说，非常想要知道对方少尉的防守位置。
卢克这位置过不了啊，他是有飞将有踩雷飞剑的，3个人直接跑了，我去2楼。
但是 A 点是沃卡树所守的位置啊，就在2楼被发现了，数位直接带走。A 点的人肯定要提高警惕的。
Going A against this Cypher is going to be
B 场还要
tricky.
探照一下 ，B 场还要出去找一找。
You just open it like you can skydog and clear it.
应该是有人的。
Oh, or you can just avoid it by hopping over it like that.
情急之下这边
Xion
甚至是收回了自己的半线。
Gets traded by Viva.
还剩最后一个。
Viva trying to leave with the spike. No, not quite. Thought he was maybe going to get the spike and then go for the TP, but spike was in. Yeah, Yihao benched. Val analysis. Will Val analyze no more for JDG?
一口被翻，非常的爽。
Classics will be here before Shanghai. I keep hearing it's going to be after Shanghai, so it's, I don't know specifically, just around Shanghai is when we're getting the classics for China.
上一分起的是飞将，哎，这分我来个蟒侠，那你应该有一些小。
All right, you got the anti-bonus. What have you got here? You got an outlaw for Luke, a couple of bulldogs, guardian, any half armors. Quite a couple that need to be a little bit worried about this outlaw. Luckily, the one player that he does hit has full armor.
但没关系啊 ，Viva 是可以用御生之气回起来的。
对，
自己去找救护车了。
It's before
3
100%.
个蟒侠一枪死的打成了4个一枪死的，但是京东可以控制一下浴室的资源，还是比较开心的。
I think it'll be the goal for Riot to have the classics available for Shanghai.
先用御生之气回起来。
而且京东这边马丁
He will analyze from
的理由
home.
也是因为他要放一个可以控制 B 场和浴室的独木。
They're going for this like kooky wall as well, like the anti-cipher wall, because you usually put a camera here.
对，这双先锋有非常多的好处，闪
So
比
it
较
means that you
多
can wall
而
up,
且双爆能器也比较
break the camera, not get hit by stuff.
最难守的小
Didn't really work that well. Like JDG's attacking side against Nova
攻仗云，
was kind of rough.
哎，看到全场直接跳。
Lukaku
跳
just
下来
spraying.
博卡叔现在在这个小黑屋的声音是已经被听到了。
You don't have the wall to really like protect yourself at all.
如果你安装爆能器的话
Look at this push all the way around from the brim.
来到前点，但是被
Stu.
被卢克直接打掉，爆能器加装完毕了。
Okay, good trade. It is against the bonus. You should be winning this. Seeker's been used. You planted the spike. That's good. Oh, the flank from TCH. I mean, I think the Seeker's coming in at that time did so much for him. J Kuro, he's got to move. He gets cleared. Really good clearance from DRG.
两个人。
And you got one in lamps. It's going to flank all the way around. Oh, and that's a little bit whiffy from Martin.
只剩你了，只是最后一个人。刚拉过来的时候看到
Oh, nice try. That is DRG winning on their bonus, though.
哇，在这一分里面，我觉得对于 DRG 来说的动作也是非常之快的。首先就是 B 场的前压
Getting a bit nervous now.
A 点里面正好也是沃卡树稍微守的区域，他们是非常希望对方去进攻 A 点的。包括后续第2波的这个转移上面，唐哲浩的后路绕得非常之快。
Bilio, please.
如果打了的话，我绕后一般是没人看的，因为对手没有哨位。
而且对面正面的压力，对手就是的正面压力太大了。那个时候第一时间是无暇顾及后路。
Both teams still have a timeout.
包都不一定下得下来，你还要抢黑屋，而浴室也有可能有人，这个时候你不会来看小道。
Bilio, I need you to analyze. It'd be heartbreaking as well for JDG. I think both these teams actually, every series that they've played has been free maps
因为他们如果想要
so
翻
far
的
this
话，
stage.
首先你就要有一定的容错，对吧？比如说蟒侠，如果一发就可以把你致死，并且他一个弹夹里面有2发子弹的话，就比较难处理。
But it'd be heartbreaking for JDG to be 0 and 3.
自己什么护甲，你什么枪
Have to go to 3 full maps.
我要直接打掉一个，炮阵取歇。
Oh, okay.
蛇吻就要先投掷给打掉了。
Martin helps.
先给一个蛇吻。
Snakebite, is that going to stop the wingman? Yeah, and also you see the spike just on the outside cusp of the smoke.
它是一个3角形的包，有一个角是露在了外面。那现在这个爆能器掉在非常尴尬的位置，并且我们要注意进攻方已经没烟了，
而且进攻方也没枪，他唯一击杀到的沃卡树的枪械他是捡不到的。
Nick
接下
got
来
beat.
要做的就是尽量收集信息，能打一个撤回来是最好的，因为小道已经有人帮忙看住了。
Slowly clear showers. There's still a lot of time to try and get back in on the site, but I mean, this is hard.
一直在晃。
Surprised that Shion's going for this alone. Nice idea there. Never mind, he wasn't alone. Luke was behind him.
最后是小黑屋里
But as soon as he hit a Skydog, that's when he peaked, because you're effectively in a 2 versus 1 there.
不致死啊，但是他能
Okay, the Stinger kills him from distance.
啊，还有无敌血。
That's all you're able to do, so you only lose 2.
其实能够把长枪捡一捡。
对， 这一分对于京东来说，他们有盖壳的体系，还是以安装爆能器
They
为
need
主，
to stop
并
doing
且
that
后续
site
想要
smoke.
拖延，只是
Isn't it a
对方其实
defensive
把皮蛋
smoke?
打掉了，没有办法让他的战术实施下去。确实护甲上面 Vokasu 是有个优势的。
Because it wasn't like tinted red, so I think it was a defensive smoke.
翻平之后
I don't know
是一
though.
个长枪局。
上半场是一个3比0的开局，但是京东的暂停立竿。
JDG where's Rayatum? Just as I was like, they're back, they're so back.
DRG 同样打了一个
Yeah, this is the new coach, and also this is Wyu Chen.
你能够在
He
下
was a
半场
player on his team, then an assistant coach, and now head
像
coaching.
上半场的一样拿个7、8分的话，那比赛就结束了。
对，而且其实京东的进攻节奏相比来说就是比较偏慢的，所以今天你能看到 Luke 在起枪方面非常喜欢起到飞
Lost to the Chinese
击
DFM.
类的枪械。
对。
而现在他们有一个4比0。
I don't know what either team would think about it now that you've called them that.
然后他捡了一把狂徒回来。
Yeah, Valanalysis is gone.
把明狙在手里的。
他可以把枪丢给队友，然后
And yeah, like Lexi said, now's a good chance. If people want to follow more about China and stuff like that, we've been watch partying all of their games, or at least trying to.
现在他的问题就变成了两。
So if Sluggy's watching Pacific and you ever want to check out China, like I'll usually be live when they're on together, especially with stuff like playoffs and stuff coming up. So follows and stuff would be like massively appreciated. But not at all necessary.
打到了京东重手的一个重要攻击的一个位置。
Yeah, Valanalysis got dropped too.
双信息在嘛，他是有皮弹呀、无敌超杀之类的。第一波如果说他想要打的话，是几乎不可能，因为无敌超杀会过这个 B 场。B 场这里一般都是放无敌超杀。
Trip there, trip there.
波打斩。
Camera way back when.
如果眩晕光波
So like DRG aren't fighting at all for like showers.
突破很多。
And J Kuro sort of forgets that he's playing the controller, not the duelist, and peeks first.
现在只有一个已经放下 A 小的独木在，剩下没烟了。
2楼帮我们看一下。
We don't really know that. Oh my god. We don't really know that much about what happened with like Valanalysis.
他这 timing 也抓得非常好，这甚至是一个头部命中。那现在这一波在起跑线上被打
You've lost 2 already in this full buy. DRG is about to take the lead.
卢克现在还有一个晚焰火。
我觉得对于京东来说，如果 YG 城有无敌超杀的情况下，他们其实打。
You've got no Stew, no J Kuro. Who's going to be the one that steps up? You also have a Thrash. Do you use it now?
补一下枪，但是如果要挑战这把明狙的话，你
You
可能
try
没
and
有办
save
法
it.
接近他，他周围总有一些保镖。3打5，但是他们好像还要操作，但是这把明狙也来了，
还有一发，再狙一枪。
而且确定 A 点同样是 Vokasu，他没有换防。
We saw JDG play a little bit of Silver on this map actually
再架
against Tech.
这位置要怎么过啊？
So I'm wondering how much like Silver Gecko could work. Change Beaver over to Silver.
再来。
All right, maybe Luke too much of a bite.
是被尼克打掉。
Too big a bite from the cherry, or second bite of the cherry.
爆能器也没有
B
下
点有留人啊，现在想走也不太可能，14秒钟
Saving the
跑到
guns, I
B 点也
think.
来不及。
建议保强，因为没什么时间了，确实。
对于京东来说，现在如果能阻止 DRG 保下陆克的明狙的话，但是2楼这个位置可能有点难。我看 Nick 已经去了，掉在2楼这个
Op saved by Nick, so that means that Luke's pretty much set.
留了下来。
并且保枪为主嘛，你不可能说为了缴这把明狙，然后把自己的枪给
I'm losing my hope.
白着一枪。
That's crazy. It's got to be so tilting when you watch that back from Stew that you...
实在是太大了，而且
The flash fully connects and he just timings you and he headshots you with the op.
处理好了眩晕光波，一定有人秒打，不会让你2个闪同出。还有一点就是打皮弹。
对，他们是不让皮弹。
Oh, you still have a buy. You're also forcing here, JDG.
人给海顿。
This is so risky. This is back into kickoff levels of JDG.
DRG 也是把比分反超了。
哦，我还神，慌得不行。
Trying to bait out the operator. They might get collided here. Oh, they get Martin. Everybody does so well to like basically hug this side, and then Martin's just like, "Hey guys, I'm ready to smoke." Bang.
2个人，哇！但是他获得了一个残血。
It's traded.
这波没有架好。现在枪械。
You have a Thrash.
但是
J Kuro's one away from an orbital strike.
可不是特别好用。
如果他不 repick， 他就不叫卢克，他已经拿到了首杀，并且阻碍了对方 B 点的第一波。
No, don't you take it, Stu. Jesus.
有2个人
You want away from orbital?
都是残血。
刚才还特意。
Why is Luke repeating that? I don't know. He's been so good today of like
杀协同，但是
moving around with the operator being hard to gauge.
先把血量稍微抬一下。
架一会儿，然后再是一个人杀协同。
结果手里还有2颗烟，在 B 点打的话会比较有利一些。elbow 一颗，哎，
狙到人了。
Live by the sword, die by the sword. I like the Thrash being used, but look at TZH hiding. Hello! Gets traded.
想上去的时候切刀的时候被接口抓了。
3 versus 2. You have an orbital strike still. I'm just gonna stop saying it.
哇，还剩1名敌人，刚好这个 timing 是被抓到了。我看数现在最好。
Oh, the Mosh too.
4没什么太多的，1打3没什么太多。
What's your money like, DRG? You can
对他来说
go
下
for
枪也是
this.
比较赚的一个方式。甚至像唐哲浩这边7500块，下一分 DRG 是不愁没钱花的。
但我们也要注意到啊，现在京东是捡了这把狙，而且他现在看起来
If he doesn't repeat, he just isn't like. Are you actually telling me the casters just said
京
that?
东有非常多的狙击手啊，有3个选手都可以打决斗位，对吧 ？Viva、Steal 以
And
及
Viva's saving the attack up too.
所以各个都
I
是
guess maybe there's a chance that
这一把
Vukash you can catch them like rotating away, so a couple of exit frags would be
比较
nice.
难受，就像刚才一样，你可以为了拿信息就只能去晃看，哎，
Yeah, just I mean the op has been
坐在
lost.
地上，想要来捡吗？
They've been able to pick it up. Did they even want it?
什么没捡到？那没事了。其实不捡也行，因为不捡是可以提速的。就是如果说你决斗者要拿狙的话，其实对队伍是一个损害。
对。
Crazy.
DRG 来说，其实率先是掌握了自己的人。
And then Nick gets a little bit antsy.
拿下来，说非常想要把优势扩大，但是京东这边更有耐心。
He's not even aiming for Viva.
9比9。
He just sees one player cross it and then fires, and then another player shows up and he headshots him.
来看一下这一分是 A 小这边show 7展开自己的回复，有一根半线来为他
Viper's
保
picked
驾
short
护
with
航
a，
剩下的队友就可以重防 B 点。
A tripper
但
goes
是队友
across
里面有个
like
玩
here,
烟火已经
like
处理
that.
好了，他们几乎是每一回合无伤可以抢占浴室。
对。为什么不抢浴室？因为你抢浴室的收益不如来 B 场抢 B 场来的大。如果你抢了 B 场，你可以从两边一起夹击。皮林事故来了，给点压力。
I'm assuming that we didn't see any clove
最
in
希望的就是消耗掉
Pacific.
DRG 的这种斯凯的技能组。
马上就是一个毗邻之虎提速点内，而 A 点的2楼是有人在架枪的。
给烟了，2颗。
Yeah, I guess for China, the more likely team to be using it would be FPX, and Berlin was like, yeah, even we're not stupid enough to be doing that.
绕过半线，
冲过去
Oh.
没有轰到人。那现在这个位置有点难受啊！卢克先打掉6
Uh,
9
this
是趟到半线
the
了。
trip is still there,
下包皮蛋还可以被打掉，他没有在3箱里面。
and Stu has somehow Metal Gear
应该是有人爆过
Solided his way into the
看一下
metal.
耐心了。
要拼耐心了，先给一个燃烧榴弹。哎，威瓦打掉
Hello
一个人来再来定点。
Okay.
做一个大
I mean,
招
Viva just kind of cuts through and gets 2 anyway,
上楼的尼克，不过对面是有
and then
残
they're
血的。
planting like
有
safe,
人在点内
not in the wall bangable
准备血了
position.
准备3个人一起架，而且有一个救护车现在开始送奶了。Y 时辰把自己的血量回复一下，他感觉自己的血量非常。
Oh yeah,
感觉不行了
Tens
二
still
楼这
says he
边
might
野猪
play
怎
it.
没有反馈啊？他们也很怕尼克已经下来了，不太确定。看了一眼，确定你还在2楼。
4点大概
This is
有人
again like DRG. The chance of winning around is slim, but any damage done, like 800 credits here, 300, 600. Keep the money tight, but the money is also starting to run out from DRG, so they need to be a little bit careful now.
这份又是 DRG 开局掌握了人数的优势，后续没有能够稳住。
对，就是拿了首杀，但是自己不能把首杀的这个优势转化成胜利。
对，都是后续想要出去看一眼的情况下，被对方逐个击破了。像博卡楚这个位置，说真的，他走到这个位置有点没道理。
Tab check what's the ults looking like.
他漏了枪管在这个独木外面，雨神可能也要叫一个暂停了。
确实。
Good timeout too.
在中段的时候被对方连续的拿分，是他们完全不能。
I like that he's just going through all of the
上下半场
perspectives.
同样都是一个可以说是天胡开局，但是在长枪局后续，甚至是自己明明有
DRG get a number advantage, but can't stabilize around to secure the win.
这个分看一下要做一个怎样的调整啊？上一分也是有放回复之类的技能的，所以现在。
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a strong chance that Tens is just baiting people by saying he's going to play it.
今天真的在这种4打5的情况下拿到了很多分数，也是说明他们在比赛场上其实有的时候更有耐心。
Sort of depends what Sentinels' strength of schedule's like in Americas.
在架哪个点位，不会漏侧身给对手。
之前碰到的很多
China added loadout show between timeout best region
都每
production.
个人都很想为团队贡献出自己的一份力量，但是对方可能人数更多一些，尤其是
Yeah, I mean, EMEA started doing that at
双先
least.
锋阵容，在这张地
It's
图上
not
对吧？
just being them
双先锋、三先锋目
completely
前都有
out,
可
I
言。
guess.
对。
New coach for JDG. Yep.
有天机光束，那可能占不了 elbow，以及包括像是小黑屋之类的位置。
The sign says Luke, wake
追猎
up.
之灵是 Viva
Man, they just go in on Luke so
在
much.
手里。
对，另一边的话，天机光束。
Yeah, the assistant coach of JDG was the head coach of JDG before they picked up RyanCentral.
差2个点，先背闪。
今天的主题是原皮吗？
He needs to calm down. Yeah, focus. It's been a long series.
偏一下。
You want to do a staring contest? I would like to watch the game right now. And watching like with all these lights, it's hurting my eyes a
贴
bit.
到 B 大的近点，这样又是要看尼克你什么时候过来反清我 B 场拿信
So you
息。
got a trip
这里有一个缺点
here still, a trip camera further back.
然后另一个的话是要封在
Seekers just be execute.
来到点内，这里有个
Nice stuff. Stu, be careful. Orbital strike used right in the center of sight. Stu is still alive.
他漏了一个小缝，这刚好是有一个 Stu 活下来的安全区的。回头有一个皮林之虎出来找人，而二
Right,
楼
Martin.
这里有一个唐哲浩在和 Martin
Big 1v1 against TCH and he wins it. Nice.
拉掉了对手。
So was it a 4 versus 3? You've still got one player rotating, so it's a 4 versus 2. A lot of space is given up for DRG here to just walk in on the site and like JDG don't realize it. I don't think this was called that the wall was up, so they just assumed that the Viper was holding this.
担心 B 场有人。
双击是有个障云的。
Alright, big fight to win.
在这拆包可能不太可能。
Good peek from Vukashu.
直接混。
You don't fluff this now. Stu is still alive, but Stu has nothing to work with.
低包找人。
They don't know where he is though, and Stu's seen that they're not on it.
就只要看到你没有再拆就行了，再拉出去想不到。
Nicely done from Stu. A little bit of an overstep by, was it Wyatt Chen that was here?
这个时候就是一个 timing。
Or was it J. Kuro?
这一回合的进攻，我觉得京东打得很有层次性。先用一个空投烟幕
They
抢
just
在
sprayed
了
all of his gun.
后续
Really wanted to make sure that they just didn't stick to
用近点
defuse.
找人充分利用自己终极技能以及站位上的优势，拿到了 B 场的控制权。
But that's a big mistake. Yeah, Wyatt Chen, that kill is massive. Winning that duel against Vukashu.
双七，连打2。
Good effort from Shion.
这个 Stu 他有太久没有露过声音了。
而且这是个 B 场的爆能器，所以
Oh, a tech
第一时间
pause,
手稳
really?
都是扑在 B 场的。
对，
他觉得对方大概率站这边，但是京东的逆向思
There's
维，
been like
他在
4 or
点
5 of
里
them
2楼
today.
以
It's
及
been a
L 1
bad
站了
one.
更多的人数，B 场一个人都没有。
酸下了 B 长包。
How long was the timeout in the first series yesterday for EMEA? It was quite well, wasn't it?
11的比分，这一场 BO3 的决胜地图员工重镇。
Because we haven't had long
对于京东来
timeouts,
说
but
DRG
we've had
之前就像梦魇一般
ones like
在
that.
他们的心头。之前的这个 BO5 的决胜图也是这一张。
而
现在
DRG 之前总是能够跨过这个捷径，这一次他已经来到了绝境的边上。
Can't be a tech pause. Very
下
funny.
面是没有多少经济的，先打了一个。
Do you think they made the right decision to keep students to the Yeoman, Ryan?
这
I
有时候就是你去吃，你要
people would argue against me, but yeah,
就会被混死。
like
对方的预瞄是非常到位的，现在防守方的人数比较劣势一些。
I think Stu as a talent is
进
just
攻方 YH 这边防
very
又好了。
hard to find out in the world that can play at that level consistently.
这一分
I mean, it hasn't really
是最好的一个
worked out that way.
在留着的。另外现在是有一个双七在架传送门附近的位置。
But
我觉得对于 DRG 来说，这
like Yeoman, I liked as an IGL.
选择毒点之类的决策。
But I've been impressed with the amount of like IGLs that I've seen in China.
大概率会教很多技能来。
And like I think off the rip, if you start with Wyatt Chen in that spot instead of J. Kuro,
互协同。
like I do think that like JDG would look a lot better.
卢克，我们要注意到他是一个无甲狂徒。
I think because JDG picked up J. Kuro first, and then they saw that Rare Atom didn't win Ascension, so they picked up Rare Atom afterwards, that they were just trying to get a really good player that they'd already picked up and make it work with this core that need to replace somebody.
卢克就架在这个台阶上。
And it backfired. Like they were just playing without an IGL for kickoff, and it looked really rough.
其实空投烟幕已经散了几乎。
And then when players like this lose confidence, it can be atrocious, but that's not JDG at the moment. Like, they just absolutely battered DRG onto the side. They get a kill, they full, like, hold, cut noise, and then they re-hit.
还是加2900嘛，唐哲浩有。
And Shion needs to save.
尼克和卢克都没有太多枪，沃卡鼠大概率是一个无甲狂徒。
这几波对于 B 点的进攻方面，京东是做的非常不错的，而且打出了一些终极技能的循环。
六教练每次都是一叫。
Who's IGL now? Wyatt Chen.
拿很多分。
They picked him up for stage 1.
你看到从摄像头里选手的状态也是在放松自己的手部，毕竟两边 都打到了这个时
Yeah,
候
they've
的
even
决
gone
胜地
hunting.
图，11-9的关键比分。其实
Pretty much from the last time out the JDG had, they've been exceptional. I was getting really worried with them on attack.
回复下来，下一分可以进点，然后开回复。
因为他们是有容错的，他们
I think the
下回合可以
general
选择
game
直接
plan, like the macro of getting in onto sites and stuff, has not been the best for JDG. But like every player on this team is winning the Angel, so it doesn't really matter.
这一分，沃卡是五甲狂徒，卢克是买了惊喜翻腾，然后再加五甲狂徒。
All right, seeing as we got hosted by Sliggy,
保下了自己的长枪。
the weirdest looking free I've ever drawn, but 3 chances.
而京东只要再拿一局，就可以拿到这一个赛段的首胜。先打闪，
Sky Flash dodged by JDG.
惊喜翻腾，然后再加一个眩晕
Trying
光
to
波来想抓你这个失球的人。他们以为卢克会
counter attack as fast as they can.
但是卢克这分是直接走了，溜到了自己出生点去。
又是来到了自己最擅长的这些进攻节奏，而 DRG 其实在卢克
I like that both the Viper walls are slightly like askew.
面对这种慢打，他们也没有
Both
太
teams
好
have
的
done
办
it.
法。
他们可能只
Yeah, getting into here is going to be tricky. But you're right, if they can get the plant down in the Viper's pit, it could be done.
有更多的一些探测技能。
Thank you, Phil. Thank you very much for the
但是前期的
the
默认
prime.
完全不够，唐正浩手里还有一颗，
Why are they trying to get
时间
off
来
for
到了
Luke?
接近快50秒左右。
Oh, why aren't they? They're scared, that's why. This is, well, I mean, JDG, that's why they're posturing so much for this.
意外一看两个
Because they don't want to give it to Luke.
飞剑丢了一个死点，
给淹了，是一个明确的进攻信号。
打闪。
And then if Luke goes towards A and they find out he's not here, they just execute on B quickly. Why would you send out the wingman here when you don't have control of anything?
也已经不多了，现在其实只要等就可以。尼克再穿一下，
2楼的马丁也没有抓到任何防守方的身位。
This nade might miss because he's on the little ledge.
但是爆能器的位置对于京东来说很难受，15秒钟。
给张云，正面有人
He's still there.
也是连打两人，我看出去
Martin, though, got 2.
来不及了，最后
Viva 1v3.
想了想，走
Saving. All
送
right.
点数，因为他知道如果送给卢克这个点数，那卢克下分就有大招。
没错。而如果 DRG 下一分为了吃到这个能量球继续
All right, what does this mean?
又来到了京东非常喜欢的节奏。
2.
就是4把步枪变成1把机关枪，打。
这一回合 DRG 也是很耐心，因为对方一个没有上位的阵容，他们在防守边，在最后对方
Could have easily got this third one, to be fair. It was a little bit of a iffy battle for both sides.
反而还是在田里维持。
I got a cast after this.
两边
I don't want to lose my voice too
选
much.
手自己了，而司徒现在想要控一个球，他如果控球就会有晚安焰火。
Seekers, Neural Theft, Showstopper very close for Luke again. Still going to try and fight for this
还
space.
是一样打闪，
They've smoked it off too with a brim.
可以控的，
And they're still really uncertain about wanting to try and actively do it.
因为其实对于唐振浩来说，已经支援了一颗空投烟幕
And
在。
this time, actually, JDG changed it up and doing some stuff towards
那
showers.
这颗烟的效果也不是特别好。
而与此同时，浴室已经
Wow, they really are not happy about taking this orb. This is actually really good conditioning from JDG.
挑战一下。
It's right there for you, open to take.
先偏技能，上一分
It
就是
is
偏技
there
能，所以过不了这个人
within your grasp, and you cannot get it.
出来，然后再打闪。现在我们注意一下，这个从 B 场过来的引入斯顿是闪到了浴室的人，浴室现在已经有人来到了前点，数上期。
Only Fins versus Sweetstar, yeah.
尤其是 Nick 这个位置，他现在用技
Which
能
if we time this well, I might be able to
之灵的情况下的话，手里还
like
留了一个霹雳之火。
host.
现在还有一个毗邻之火，出去找找
I
人。
don't know if Bodog's here or not. He's a bit
明
busy.
确声音跳到了 B 场的近点，还玩焰火。
要来找人，我现在决裂之灵一看，这是假的，是特效，是演技。那现在A 点要提速，A 点有机会
He's
把我看下了一
faked
个
the
过点
showstopper towards B, and then they've just tried to walk out. You're playing against a Cypher. You can't just do that.
因为你现在没有 B 的控制权。捡到包
正好也出来了。
再给一个蛇吻
Martin almost dies. He's 8 HP. Plant is coming in. Can you even Viper's Pit here? He's 8 HP. They're not even going to try. Oh, dearie me. Stu, if there's a time to start cooking, it's now. Martin is also still just going for it. He's rotating all the way around. He's in a 1 versus 3. He's got lineups that are on it already, he knows.
不够不够，
省200吧。
而
Yeah,
且
just
主要
save.
是伤害不够，他
对
的赵云没有扔出去，光浩 到一颗手
Oh,
的话，
don't
对方的
start
血量是比较
choking
正常
now,
的。
JDG.
DRG 这一分，我觉得哇，最后没有被 Steal 这个 fake 所影响，一颗追猎之灵确定了你大部队的位置，而且唐哲浩直接跟着这个追猎之灵压了出来。
对，而且我们要注意，就是你
Rare atom on bind. I mean, at least there's no ISO.
玩焰火不可能中追猎之灵，所以他吃到了这个视野
Oh
限制
man.
效果。
对，没有人帮他打技能，只有你一个玩焰火的声音。DRG 把比分咬住了，
咬得死死的。常规时间的最后一分，最后一个回合。
反而是后续的2
Sky
分
Flash
DRG
misses
再也没有
again.
任何的犯错，没有给
Luke
到
at least has the
任何
showstopper
机
this
会
time. So
在
does
技
that.
能的使用上面，我觉得他们也比较克制一些，尤其是 Nick 这个位置。
而现在
One
这个
chance.
玩焰火可能会成为整个常规回合最重要的一个技能，因为魁父起码你是要近点再交的，
Skydog doesn't get much information.
可以交在任何时候。
想骗烟，想骗燃烧榴弹，京东的默认一定要取得一些效果。Viva 首先走在第一时机晃到了，直接后撤。
而与此同时，我们要注意一下 B 这个位置，尼克是已经交完了自己所有的引路止损，
就给了1颗烟，这个进攻诚意是不够的。
Spike is over towards B.
这个时候 Y 神也跟队友说了
It's so hard. I mean, even just using the nade for Stu here.
尼克历史跳看，他现在是没有闪去制衡对手了。
是的，我还去
Skydog's gonna come in.
去听一下。
Goes through here though.
这个
It sees
确
nothing.
定没有人，那起码有人得回来帮 Nick。Nick 这个位置守不了太多。
He's rotating now. 3 players, 4 players. Sky Flash, 30 seconds. It's ramping up.
冲枪，踩雷飞剑。
There comes the execute. There comes the showstopper. Hits Stu. He gets a second. Nobody's really in a position to follow up on this. There's 20 seconds left. Luke gets traded at least as Viva. They're going to go for the TP and they're going towards A. There's still a snake bite here from Shion. You got to go through it. Wingman, go, go, go. Oh, and the Viper's pit. Can you stop the Wingman from planting? Oh, you can, and they've done it. They've actually got it to overtime. Of course they have. Oh, my God. JDG.
双方的决胜地图远攻重镇。
Just the little Wingman just like just running. He's like the meme in the guy in the like animal costume with all of the bombs going off as he's running along.
关键的时候读到了，他2个引路止损交完，然后再交了自己的。
Yeah, and Vukashu just running through a molly can do that.
你就是来 B 的。而最后双7也是给团队兜住了底，打掉皮蛋，再把人给打掉。
是的，都是看得心惊胆战。我感觉
No, don't lose like this, JDG.
那么一下 YH 神就已经架在了他的头上。
对，
但是他直接往后
The
撤。
no look showstopper, yeah.
加时阶段，双方攻守互换。现在选手也是
Coldest Razors just throws it to the side.
这一分的起枪
YH is actually top fragging for his
看
team.
一下会做出什么样的选择，因为有
It's also both teams bringing back old players off the bench back onto their teams too.
It's
kind of cool.
可能会让京东想不到。
J Kuro's back on the team and also Shion's back on the team.
而且其实京东也是换了自己在常规时间的一些防守落位，本来是盖可和斯凯，就是 Viva
Yeah,
和
Luke
两个人
attack
在
off
地
in.
上打双闪阵容的，但是现在
And why is TZH not got a buy?
给毗邻之虎吗？
Is he just in? Is he got?
队友可以
Is he just got his classic out at the moment, like ready to break a?
哪边走，队友帮打。
毗邻之虎是一个近视效果，所以他看不到远处的。
How?
是的，完全不知道有一
Where's his gun? I don't know. He must have something. It's not like
只有一颗
people have bought up, right?
是要看 Viva 到底是往后撤，还是说跳 pick 进攻局就是来
Must
拿
be
信息的人的。
打了
Nice double
看到
peek
了是的，威尔士在2楼下附近。现在就 Crow 这个燃烧榴弹捏得很死，没有选择直接交出来。而卢克在慢推，现在在找。
Did he drop Luke? No, because there'd still be money left over.
看一下这个跳，哎，看到了一个贝雷帽，他看到了一个小小贝雷帽。
So I think yeah, it's a bug.
左右边这大概有人的，手拿到手。
There he goes. He's going in with the attack op.
冲了，再来近点。
Oh my God! At least they trade him. Thank Christ.
队友在对枪，再打一个吧。双7完成了这个击杀，还可以安装爆能器。
Still don't know what gun TZH has.
回防怎么办呢？现在没有经济翻腾了，手上马尔挺是一个蛇吻，而斯多是一个踩雷飞剑，2个伤害性技能。
4v2.
之前其实京东也打出了
Martin
这个
and
位置的
Stu
一个人少打人多的翻盘。
当起手雷，先给管内，等烟消失。尼克这个位置是没有人搜吗？3发子弹，再换把枪，马尔廷先打掉一个，他说右边有一个的。现在队友想要丢一个蛇吻救一下尼克，但尼克不想走，他就想要在这里和对面。
No, it's always Martin in these like 1v3s that feel like they're just gonna
但现在就得稳住
break the hearts.
第一包吃双拉。
They've seen one. There's just no time. Okay, nice shot. Doesn't matter. DRG are on 13.
DRG 这边，卢克
Ascension
太
flashbacks.
关键了，一把进攻狙一直在抓防守方拿信息的人，后续他知道拿到了首杀之后，就算他提了一把明狙，惊喜
It's crazy that Luke is just allowed to walk in onto the site with an operator.
补上这个枪
With how hard it was for JDG to get out of this choke, I wish, like, for how hard it was for them to get out of here, that Luke is happy enough to just get the operator and
时
walk.
间的一些赛点没有能够拿下来，来到了加时 ，DRG 有第一次可以终结这场 BO3 的机会。
双方进入加时阶段之后，常规时间的重置。
Did Viva even flash? Viva just got walked up on.
一个额外的暂停，但是加到2000比2000，也就只有这一个暂停了。所以京东下次想要和教练交流，就只能让DRG去叫暂停了。
卢克还是一直在给队伍、给他的队友加油打气。
Luke is really coming into his own though. Like the consistency of this player now is like superb.
没关系，反正也看得懂，差不多就那么个意思。
This is just the mental side of it.
后续连续追分的时候，他也是很关键的那一环。
What?
而京东面对自己曾经心头的梦魇，
Did anybody else see that art?
苏醒的机会。
Was that a noose that I saw?
对他们来说不是很有利。
DRG 再赢1分就可以连渡4节。 谢谢各位的加油声，给到了两边选手非常大的力量。光幕拉下，进入这一个加时局。卢卡说还是一样，守的小道，他并没有选择用这些身
This has just been getting so much impact.
而 P0之虎现在已经是
But it's so hard to break it unless you're actually executing onto it.
听完，
回合京东
All right, Nade
不破不
breaks one of them.
打提速了，浴室跟小黑屋想要都控制下来，但是有根半线。
Camera to play off and then fighting. Hello, YH Chen. Oh no. Oh, it's all going wrong. 2 versus 3. 2 versus 1. Oh, 1 versus 2. All right, J. Kuro. Fresh off the bench.
但是2楼可能有人，再过一会儿他看的位置更多了。但是唐朝打过了对手，第2局赢了，连渡4节，他赢了 SE， 赢了 RA， 赢了 DC。
Oh my God, JDG.
在员工重镇这张地图上，他们是9比12的落后，最后14比12逆风翻盘。
哇，你太关键了，卢克，你真的太关键了。
Look how broken they are.
兄弟，你真的太猛了。
对于京东梦 JDG 电子竞技俱乐部
It's the bleakest I've seen a team ever look on stage.
看到选手久久坐在自己的位置上，无法平
Oh
静下
my
来。
God.
掌声送给他们，他们献上了一场非常精彩的比赛。同样 ，Jokuro 也是在今天发挥出了非常出色的表现。
是的。
I think that also pretty much means that like JDG's chances of making Shanghai are done.
他们拿出了自己完全没有怎么打过的微风岛屿这张地图，让杰克罗拿到了夜路，他也有很好的发挥。
Oh man.
做出了很大的改变和进步了，只是很可惜没有能够赢下这一场比赛。
At least I feel like Viva's just been a bit like, all right, you know, GG, well played. It's the fact of like 3, like the 0 and 3, each of those going to like a full best of 3, and then losing like that. Yeah, JDG Dunzo. And you got Billy and Wolves next, so there's a chance that they could go 0 and 5 in their groups, not get stuff together. I mean, even DRG don't necessarily look that like pleased, they look exhausted. But man, like Xion being back on this team looks amazing for them, like with the roles that they're playing. Luke is looking brilliant. I don't know. White Chain, I don't know if he just gets body blocked or not. DRG to Shanghai. I mean, with BLG losing to All Gamers, there's just always a possibility. It's very open. I know what you meant with like DRG to Shanghai though. Yeah, I'm not going to hang around too much for the interview because I've got a cast in about an hour. So, anybody else online? I mean, I have nowhere else to really send it, I don't think. I'd want to send it to Polaris, but we're not necessarily live just yet.
但是这个时候他们选择了冷静下来。
Sean, I guess so.
和队友一起抱团打补枪。
I guess that's the only like real option. Why am I doing that? It's Raid Sean Garrett. There we go.
而且他们今天
It's not even Sean Garrett. It's S Garrett, right?
可以说上限非常高的选手都稳定的表现了出来。
I don't know why I did it that way.
前期的一个优势也是在。
Yeah, heartbreaking day. The VODs.